It was past midnight in Ibadan. Rain fell like knives, slapping the rusted rooftops and flooding the gutters. Yinka, barefoot and soaked to the bone, limped down a narrow road. His eyes landed on a flickering wooden sign. Adegoke and Sons, coffin makers since 1892. A faint light glowed behind the dusty window. He stepped closer, heart pounding. As he raised his hand to knock, the door slowly creaked open on its own. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of sawdust, old varnish, and something faintly metallic. Yinka stepped in cautiously, wiping water from his eyes. A pale, soft-spoken man in white agbada emerged from the shadows. His skin was almost paper-thin and his eyes glowed faintly amber in the lantern light. "You must be Yinka," the man said calmly. "I'm Mr. Adegoke. Come, you're just in time." He led Yinka deeper into the workshop. The walls were covered with old carpentry tools, many rusted and strange in shape. Rows of coffins, all unmarked, lined the corners. Dusty portraits of men who looked just like Mr. Adegoke stared down at them. Some frames had no faces, only shadows. 6 coffins, Mr. Adegoke said, pointing to a stack of polished wood. "Before dawn, I'll pay you more than you've made this year, no questions. Just build." Yinka's hands trembled as he picked up the first plank. Poverty weighed heavier than fear. He nodded and got to work. As he sawed through the first board, dark red liquid oozed from the cut like blood. He jumped back. "Just varnish," he told himself. Nails twisted in the air before falling into place. When he hammered, the sound echoed like screams. Soft whispers in Yoruba swirled around him, saying things like, "Don't finish.
Help us.
They're not dead." He ignored them, focusing on the work. But time became strange. His phone, fully charged, blinked off. The wall clock ticked backward. Shadows on the walls stretched and reached out when he turned his back. Opening a drawer for more tools, Yinka froze. Inside was a photo of him and his young daughter, both smiling. It was recent, but he had never seen it before. His daughter lived in Abeokuta. How did it get here? A loud crack echoed through the room like thunder. The lantern flickered wildly. Then came the voices, low, raspy, and overlapping, chanting Yinka's name again and again.
Yinka.
Yinka,
Yinka.
Yinka,
Yinka.
Yinka. He stumbled back, tools clattering to the ground. The 6 coffins he had just finished stood in a neat row. One by one, they sealed shut with loud thuds. A moment later, the lids creaked open slowly. Inside the first coffin was his mother, who had died 3 years ago. Her eyes were open, lifeless, staring straight at him. The next held his neighbor Kunle, who vanished last month without a trace. The third, a version of himself, pale and stiff, lying in deathly silence, eyes wide in terror. Yinka screamed and turned to run. But the walls twisted. The hallway stretched into darkness. Every door he opened led back to the same workshop. Then Mr. Adegoke reappeared. But he was different now. His face peeled in layers, revealing rotting flesh and bone underneath. His hands were skeletal. Still, he spoke calmly. "You build for those who refuse to live honestly," he said. "Tonight, you build for yourself." Yinka ran again, sweat pouring down his face. The coffins began to shake. A low humming filled the air. One coffin burst open. Inside was his daughter, eyes full of tears, calling, "Daddy, help me." He rushed to her, clawing at the edges, trying to pull her out. "Tomiwa! Tomiwa! Wake up! It's Daddy! I'm here!" She reached for him, but her fingers turned to smoke. Her body faded. All that remained was her sob. Yinka fell to the floor screaming as the workshop swallowed the sound like a tune. The lantern exploded. Darkness swallowed the room. The walls began to bleed, thick rivers of crimson running down the cracked wood. The floor groaned, then shattered beneath Yinka's feet. He fell, screaming, into a pit of endless black. He landed with a thud on a cold stone slab. Around him, ghostly figures circled, chanting in Yoruba, their voices hollow and haunting. Mr. Adagoke stood above him, holding a heavy wooden mallet. "This is your judgment," he said. "You knew what you were building. You just didn't care who it was for." Yinka sobbed, hands raised. "Please, I didn't know. I'll change, I swear. I'll do better." The spirits fell silent. Mr. Adagoke raised the mallet high. The rain has stopped. Sunlight peeks through the trees. A new man, young and tired-looking, stands at the workshop door, holding a job flyer. He knocks. The door creaks open. Mr. Adagoke, face fresh and clean again, smiles warmly. "Ah, right on time. Come in." The man steps inside. In the back of the shop, 6 coffins sit lined up neatly. One of them begins to thump, softly, then harder.
Thanks for watching. If you're new here, or if you have been watching without subscribing, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up and drop all your comments below. Stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. I will see you guys in our next one. For now, bye.